have a few examples here. We have about three, but each of them has a baby. So let us take them one after the other. Find the values of the following. Sine 240. 240 is on third quadrant, 130 is on what quadrant now? Second quadrant. Then 320 is on what quadrant? Fourth quadrant. So we are working from the third, then to the second, to the fourth. And this this symbol, this shortcut, all students allow, or let me say, allow students to coordinate. How about that? It sounds good, right? Allow students to coordinate. To coordinate what? To coordinate assembly, to coordinate other students, to whatever. So if we are going by this structure, we have the first quadrant, the second on S, the third on T, and the fourth. And don't forget that is allow students to coordinate. And this is theta, this one is 180 minus theta. Don't forget this one is theta minus 180, and this one is 360 minus theta. So we use what we pick one. When we look at it here, then we solve. So going by the solution here, this is on third quadrant, so we know we are going on this. That means our sine 240 is equal to sine theta minus 180. Is sine positive or negative? This is tan. Definitely it's negative. So we have is equal to minus sine 240 minus 180. I have minus sine 60, which is minus 0.8660. Well, I've used the sine 60 over and over, so I definitely know what the answer is. Let me put it here. That is minus 0.8660 or 866, as the case may be. So that is number one, and that is A. And B now, we have cos 130, and 130 is on second quadrant, so we are going by this. That means, and cos is negative here on second quadrant. We have minus cos 180 minus 130, so we have minus cos 50 now. So cos 50 from my note is 0.6427, so we have a negative answer. And C, we have cos 320. 320 is on fourth quadrant, and cos is positive. Definitely it's going to be a positive answer. So from there we have that is cos 360 minus 320, that is cos 40, and cos 40 here is 0.766. So that's what we have as an answer. That is how we go by that. This one will come in your objective questions, WAEC, NECO, JAM. Please bear that in mind. That has been fixed. So let's move to the second question now. Given that sine theta is equal to negative value of this, that means 2 now. Sine theta is equal to minus 0.9659. 9659. So definitely we are looking for theta. And find the values of theta. Find the values of theta between 0 and 360. So here it looks like we are going to be getting more than one value of our theta. But let's see how it goes. Normally, if you are looking for this GSS3, we know our theta is going to be arc sine of 0.9659. Leaving the negative. We are leaving the negative now. We can't have arc sine negative of the value. So we have negative of the arc sine of this. So from here, 79.74.9. How do I get this? You are going to check this value inside your four-figure table. Then on sine of an angle, we check it. Then you will definitely realize it's related to this one. So to conclude, I have this one to be. So my value is let's say 75 to the nearest degrees. Nearest degrees. So if that is the case, if you think this is an answer, you are wrong. Trust me, it may not be an answer, but we'll know if it is an answer or not. Our sine theta is negative. So this is on first quadrant. So where is sine theta negative? That's the first question you're going to ask yourself. Where is sine theta negative? But I think sine theta is negative on third and fourth. On third and fourth. So on third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. So sine is negative. So let me clean this part. So we can then have third quadrant now. That means what's our third quadrant? That is theta minus 180. They say is equal to 75. Let me go by 75 now. So I will send this one to this side. I have my theta is equal to 75 plus 180 degrees. So I have theta is equal to 2. This is 5 235. This is what we have. No, 255. Sorry, this is 255 degrees. So we have 255 degrees here. And on fourth quadrant now we have that is 360 minus theta. They say is equal to 75 degrees. So we have 360. Bring this one to this, it becomes a negative. Bring your minus theta to this side, you have positive. So we have, if you subtract this one from here, we have 285 degrees is equal to theta. So our theta for this value, so our theta will now be 255 degrees or 285 degrees. These two will give you this negative. If you check this one, it will be positive. It will be positive values, no doubt, because sine is only positive on first and second. So we need a negative of this. If you check sine 45, it will give you 0.9659. Check your calculator, 0.9659, but it will be negative. The one that will give you negative will be this and this. Please confirm sine 255 and sine 285. So that is about that. So let's move to the last question now. The question says if tan theta, let me cancel these ones. Okay. So if tan theta is equal to 1/√3, we are looking for this for sine 150, tan 210, sine 330, cos 330. This is 330, please. We are looking for these answers. Don't forget we have done something like this before where we will be asked to find tan theta. That is our tan theta. Don't forget we drew. So we are going to draw again. Solution now. We are going to draw. Tan is opposite over adjacent. So if it's our theta, then this is opposite, which is 1, and our adjacent, which is √3. So from our special angles, we know this is 2 by Pythagoras. But let us not risk it. Let us solve it. So this is 1 square plus √3 square. √3 square is equal to hypotenuse. Pythagoras on square. This is 1 square, which is 1. √3 square, that is √3 times √3, that is √9. That is 3. So we have hypotenuse all square. 1 plus 3, that is 4, is equal to hypotenuse all square. So if you root the two sides, our hypotenuse is equal to 2. So this one is obviously equals to now. So if this is 2, then we can find the solution to our work. So once we have it to be 2, before that we can check our theta. So our theta will now be arctan 1/√3 or arctan 0.7071, which will definitely give you 30 degrees. Of course, I know it is 30 degrees here because this is opposite and hypotenuse. So this is half. So arc sine of 1/2 is 30 degrees. So arc sine of 1/√3, don't forget 1/√3 gives us 30 degrees. That's tan 30. We have looked into this before now. So once we know our angle is 30, then we can have A now, that is sine 150. 150 is on second quadrant, so which is 180 minus theta. And sine is, so we know sine is, let me rewrite this one somewhere, that is ASTC. So sine is positive here, and is 180 minus theta. We have sine 180 minus theta, which is still going to be positive. We have sine 30 degrees. So if this is sine 30 degrees, then we come back to say Opposite, sine 30 is opposite over hypotenuse, that is 1 over 2. So we have 1 over 2, which is positive. Then for B now, for B, that is tan 210. Tan 210, which quadrant? Third quadrant. And on third quadrant is tan positive, so it is a tan is positive on third quadrant. Definitely this word is also a positive value. So we go tan, third quadrant is theta minus 180, that is 210 minus 180, which is going to be tan 30. And tan 30 here obviously is 1 over root 3, so we can go again by saying 1 opposite over adjacent, that is 1 over root 3, that is 1 over root 3. So in other words, tan 30 is the same thing as tan 210. Check your calculator to confirm. Press tan 210 and press tan 30. They are the same thing. And when you are checking your calculator, make sure your calculator is on degree, not on radian, not on anything. It's on degree. So if you go on radian, it will give you a value, but the value is not the same thing as having it in degree. We are working on degrees here. So your value on your calculator must be in degree. Please note that. So to go for the third question now, which is sine 330. So we have sine 330 here. That's sine 330. So and 330 is on fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant. So then the question is sine positive on fourth quadrant? No, it is not. So definitely this our value is negative. That is sine 360 minus 330. Don't forget, fourth quadrant is 360 minus theta. So we have minus sine 30. So sine 30, we got our sine 30 here to be 1 over 2. So our value is going to be minus 1 over 2, negative. So that is what we have there. And the last question for the day here is cos 330. 330 is still going to be 30 degrees. So we have cos 330 is going to be 30 degrees. But cos is positive on fourth quadrant. So we have positive cos 30. And our cos is opposite over adjacent over hypotenuse. That is adjacent over hypotenuse. That is root 3 over 2 over 2, positive value. That is all. If you have any question, please post it so that we can address the question. And if you have questions, challenges, anything in the course of the class, if there's something you don't understand or you want to lodge a complaint or anything, please, you can post it on the through the WhatsApp page of the number that is on the screen there, so we can address them together. And don't forget to subscribe so that, and press the notification button so that you will be notified anytime we have a new videos. So please bear that in mind.